Morning, Alex. Good morning, Marco. Yeah, for people that live in Europe, it's already good afternoon. Yeah, that's fine. Here it's 9:40 a.m. Okay. So today we have news. Good morning, Carol. Today we have news at 10 a.m. So maybe if I didn't find anything clear on the open range, I'll wait after the 10 a.m. because we can expect some kind of volatility over there. Now we can go a little bit higher from now from this previous leg down here. We couldn't go further below the closing range. We get back inside this closing range, and also that was a AMRP on the DTT levels. So, and price hit the low of two fractal quarters based on prime numbers, the 243 range and the 81 range. So we can go a little bit above from here. And also the 30 minutes dealing range was on the low. So we trade from the high to the low. So probably we're going to trade at least to 50% of this level if we keep coming low, or even the upper quarter. So yeah, in this range should be, yeah, it makes sense to retrace into here if we keep coming lower. If we close above this closing range, start closing above, we're going to push into one of these two levels here and here. Good morning, then. Also, on the quarterly chart, on the regular trading hours chart, yesterday I could figure out because we didn't have any new weekly opening gaps below this level. This gray rectangle is a new weekly opening gap. So to find how far price could trade below here, but this green line and this green rectangle here, they are quarterly opening gaps. So measuring this quarterly low and this quarterly high, we have let me do something. We have this these levels here, 50%, lower quarter, and the upper quarter based on the quarterly range. And price yesterday trade until lower quarter of the lower quarter of the range. So in relation to this range, this is deep discount. So we couldn't touch the quarterly gap. So we traded back to this zone. Now it's the upper quarter and the 50% of this zone. So we're still in discount here because above 50% is premium, and we couldn't get to the 50% of this range. And this is yesterday's day opening gap from Monday to, sorry, from, that's for Sunday to Tuesday, sorry, Monday to Tuesday. So the day opening gap, and now we start trading above, and this level is working as a resistance to the price. We try at London, we try to close below, but we get back above to the range, and now we reject exactly to the low. Look, exactly, we can't close below. So if you can close below here, and after 9:30 whatever, we're not closing below, we start closing above and try to and you're gonna push it to the next level. That will be this weekly open gap, and that was I'm expecting from today and tomorrow, maybe price can test this level because we couldn't get yesterday, but maybe testing this level between today and tomorrow, and after we push into this level here, this new week opening gap, the current new week opening gap. But let's see what's happening. And here we have our 3 and 4 p.m. range. Price trade low below, trading higher. So this level is full, all filled right now. So we will see how price behavior between these levels. So if we couldn't trade, if you trade around one of these retrace levels, 0705, 0786, or 0886, and couldn't trade below, that's a reversal to me. I'm looking to expecting something like this. That's our 1 hour measure. We are in a consolidation right now. So what I expect, we trade into one of these levels, this retrace, and then pushing higher at least to here. But let's see what's happening in the next few minutes. And if you think about some retrace levels, we touched the closing range low, but it couldn't trade below this low. And now we're gonna start pushing higher. Yeah, uh, few days earlier, a few minutes ago was a good short here from here. Sorry, that was a good short from here after right right after the 8 a.m. Uh, and if we couldn't close below, we can expect some kind of a retrace around this level here. But for now, I mean, but I think if we're gonna trade in lower uh, onto some of these levels here. Maybe not right away. We got some small retrace here, but we're gonna trade in lower here at that. Uh, so that was a good short order. Yeah, yeah, correct. Uh, Two things that I'm seeing that is holding the pricing right now. First is the closing range. This closing range here, we couldn't trade below, and this is very important too. Look, we can trade below the new day opening gap. If the price holds here, maybe start pushing up. But what most likely to happen when this happen right now, because now it's a few minutes before the opening, at the opening range probably pushing lower and then pushing higher again. That was most likely to happen. I'm looking for the fractal consolidations right now. Uh, Based on this measure, we touched the 2.5, so it's a reversal or a retrace point. And what we would most likely can happen, if you think about this is the delivery range, we touch 2.5, we're gonna trade between 0 and -1 range, something around here. And that, think about this pushing lower, 50% of this level is 2.33 and 2.5, so it's a reversal point here. And if you see where is this comparison to the range, that's a 618 level, something around here. So we most likely see, I think we're pushing a little bit lower, maybe to the 0, but it's something around here that we can see higher price. But right after the opening, I expecting lower price because Asia and London pushing prices higher. So power of three. This is the accumulation, the manipulation higher to distribution lower. And maybe we're not respecting these retrace levels here and trade to test some of these levels before going higher. But we need to wait to see. The indicator, I guess, plot the last 7 days. Here on my chart, I just setting to show the most recent, the current one, so the current and the previous, Adrian. But I have a chart, this chart here, uh, that I have all. So they put me the last 7 days all until right now. So as we can see, the cluster of opening and closing range are all above. So what makes sense is we uh, we seeing higher prices in Nasdaq zone because it happens in the opposite. When we are around here, we just have opening and closing range to the downside. So now, and there's some levels that they're not balanced here. Like this level, we just have sell side. So yesterday, opening range just sell side. We didn't play inside this range. This opening here, we just trade one time above and trading lower, and here was rejection on the 50%. And the delivery of today, the low of the last night, this I think maybe we're not trading lower, based on the yesterday on the previous closing and opening range. So the full range here, high and low, 4.5 standard deviation was the low of Asia, maybe one tick of above, yeah, maybe 2 ticks. This is a 147, no, 146.25, 5 points difference. Yeah. So this makes sense to me that this delivery is finished and now start a new one to the other side. You're welcome. But like I said, for me, price didn't show us strength to close below this opening. Look, try a few times, try here and here, and look. This is very important when you looking at the price. When you see something like this, the wicks trade above or below some level, but the body's closing side, that's a signature to go to trade up, because we price doesn't have the power, the strength to trade it lower. So that's a bullish signature to me. No, honestly, I don't look that. I know that many times price to get back to the devil's mark when we don't have a week. But honestly, I never look at this because if something like this happen, we'll be aligning to some deviations that the price should get there. But it's not a specific point that I'm looking, oh, because this we're gonna trade there. No, I look into the different things in price, and sometimes it matches with a Dallas mark. Yeah, it's right. I mean, you can like trade your stop because I think we're gonna trade in lower, yeah. But sometimes the open can do some some different thing, maybe pushing higher and pushing lower later. So depends when your entry. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, now it looks that we're going. I just need to take a look at one thing that I'm looking because this is very important. So right now we have our right now we have our first AM time window, so 9 to 9:15. That's the first time window that's very important to me. And right now showing bearish signature here to me. Why? We have the range 9 and 9:15 low and high. We're pushing back, but it couldn't close above 618. So it's the same. We plot a fib from here to here. So this is a bearish signature. So if we can trade higher than the retrace levels, it's we can push in lower. And if you are trading really trading lower after the opening, what most likely to happen in the opening with trading high, take this high here and trading lower. That's what's supposed to do. But I'm almost sure it will be a choppy opening because we are inside the closing range. So when you have a opening inside the closing, we're gonna have a choppy day for at least 20 minutes. So, and also we have the news the 10 a.m. So yeah, probably before 10, I'll just watch the price because uh, I'm almost sure you're gonna have a choppy condition around this level here because the opening will be around this zone. So we're gonna stay stuck here at least until 10 a.m. or the 950 macro. So we can watch the price. No, I draw them myself because I look into the different levels. Oh, the standard deviation that finished the movies on Asia was the fractal consolidation on the 50-minute time frame. Uh, Regular settings I didn't change, so it was a consolidation around 9 and 10 a.m. So last night. So price traded until 2.5, and now it's doing one of two things, or it's a reversal point to trading lower, or it's a retrace until this zone 0 and 1, and also is our retracement level of the current range. And also here we couldn't close above the one deviation. So and now we are playing on the in the 50% of the range. So maybe the most likely happening we need to trade below the range here. Let's see. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Yeah. No. I was talking about the another level that but here that makes sense. This is it's a very signature to me because we're trading lower. Now we can trade above the 50%. We have these two bodies closing above, but this time window for me is very important. Look, we couldn't close above we touched the 618 level, this OT level, and we rejected. So because we are inside the range. Price will consolidate this time until we break in higher or lower. We're gonna play inside the range, and also we have the opening in 6 minutes. So we most likely see the opening inside here, and then we keep like stuck for a while. Yeah. And now look, the bearish signature. We are trading to 618 and breaking lower. That makes sense to me because this first time window is very important for me. Uh, the second one will be from 9:30 to 9:45, and the last one from 10 a.m. to 10:15. So I always like to watch how price play inside these three ranges. And now, yeah, bear signature, we breaking lower, so our opening will be outside this range, but it probably will be very close because we are a few points away. So the same idea, we most likely have a choppy condition here because we are almost stuck between two ranges. This is, yeah, yeah. I'll say trading or stop, make it as tight as possible, and and let's see. I'm almost sure we're gonna take the low that you mark here, because it's part of this retrace. To go in higher, we need to retrace to the levels of uh, some of these levels here. But first, we need to close below the -1. CR indicator there is a opening closing range indicator. Is this one, Ryan? No, hold on. Is this one 30 OR? Is an indicator from 2 degrees, but it is not a paid indicator. It's a XP indicator. So you need to upgrade, I guess, for level 2 or level 3, and to upgrade, you need to participate for inside this course, sending message, and then you can access this indicator. The only thing that it saves me time is to plot these levels. If you don't have it, you can do manually, but save time to this. You're welcome. Yeah, I tried. I mean, earlier to find if you have like a similar indicator, but I mean, few months ago, I didn't find it, and I have this one, but probably have different options for like a few ones of this. Is any indicator that covers the opening range indicate range from 9:30 m to 9:30 in 30 seconds? Great, great, Marco. And now, what I was talking about. Now we broke to the new day opening gap in low. So if you start trading below the low, next target to be this zone. So that was, I'm expecting, if not, or we trade until one of these levels, 50% of the lower quarter, or we need to test this zone here and pushing higher. Great. And look, this is another bearish signal to look trading lower. Try to trade back to the range. The weak trade inside and then pushing over. Now is the opening range. And that is our current range. Here was a short entry I missed. Let's see if we retrace back there. I can enter real close. So yeah, let's see. Short entry. Stop above this last high. And then we're gonna take one out on -1 and -1.5 and -2. And the last one, 4 for now. Like this. I take one off here because I did like this rejection, and I push stop to break even right now because I didn't like the way we didn't close here. I'll close for now because if we can get back, yeah, no. No, it's good because we couldn't close above the 50%. It's good. But I did like this reaction here. We should trade into -1. but we need to close below the low. If we keep closing inside, I'll close because we're gonna chop it here. Yeah. Yeah, I'll close for now and I'll wait for the 10 because we're gonna be choppy here and I don't like trade these conditions. The short was here fine, but the way we didn't close on -1 here, I didn't like this rejection. And now that we are playing inside the range, like I said, maybe we'll be a choppy for 20 minutes around here. And I don't like trade these conditions. Yeah, Marco. After we have news 10 a.m. So, and because in this condition, the opening range is very close to the closing range. For the next 20 minutes at least, you're gonna consolidate in here. So it will be very choppy, and maybe in the 950 macro start moving. And because you have it news at 10 we choose a side up or down. So I could frame it like a good entry here. So that was I took, and because my plan was take one off here and then move the stop to break even. We didn't get to my first target, so I took one off, move stop to break even, and when I saw we didn't close below the low, I closed. It's a small profit, but still it's good. Yeah, $670, and now said we're pushing higher. So, but this is like for me is just a fake move, because when we are inside the range, if you didn't close below, we push it to the next range, so the close. And to keep moving up, we need to close above the closing range. If we can, we play inside and get back. So let's see. And one thing that's is a bullish signature that I just noticed, the 3 and 4 p.m. range uh, is this 50%, and price couldn't close below. So that's a bullish signature. Look, we close below 50% and never touch this one. So now I want to see the deviations for the opening. And if you close above the 2.5, you're going to trade into 4 and 4.5 here. Yeah. We're going to maybe some kind of a reversal here on the 3 and 4 p.m. high. 50% of the 3.5 and 4 at least. So because we didn't get the 50% yet, we might probably gonna retrace it some of these levels and finish the delivery here. If we already touched the 50% of this level, this delivery was done, and that would be a reversal. But because we didn't get there yet, we most likely to see a retracement to Fibonacci levels of this range. So from here to here, 50% level, maybe some of these two levels here, or between 1 and 1.5. Zero and one. Yeah, this will make sense. And then push it back now to 3.5 and 4. Right to BP, yeah? How did I measure? Sorry, Marco. What did I measure? The range? You mean these Fibonacci levels or these deviation levels here? Yeah, this is deviation from the opening range for the 30 seconds opening range. And now, like I said, we retrace, and now we touch the 50% of this level. So now this delivery is done. We can push a little bit higher, but can be a reversal here. Maybe we can push it to the 4.5 because looking to the RTH deviations, we touched 1.5, and reversal should be at 2 or 2.5 if we make a reversal based on the RTH standard deviations. This was very good. For example, think about the long. We touch the closing range high and we're pushing higher. My measure is from the 9:30 candle, 30 seconds. So 19,411.50 and 19,439.25. Just the 30-second candle. Because I don't know if it's the indicator used. Some indicators measure the full 9:30 candle, so low to the high. And in this case, it would be the same measure. Yeah, because the 9:30 in 30 seconds is inside this range. So I'm using here the M and Q micros, but I guess will be the same on the. I can check on the mini. Yeah, on the mini you have different levels. Yeah, on the mini we are on the 2.5. This week this candle is has a different size. But for me, this delivery makes sense. Like I said, we touched the 50%. This delivery is over. Now we're pushing lower. And if you think about the minis, they make the same logic, just using different levels. Rejection at 2.5 makes sense. The same way to try to frame a trade. But one show 4, the other one 2.5. So this delivery is over. Now we're going lower. Yeah, it was the size of candle. Yeah, the dealing range. Yes, I have on my on another chart here the dealing range of an hour. I always look here. Look, we touched the upper quarter, so that's D premium. Now it's starting lower. So we test this level one more, and we can try to frame something like this. Now it's a consolidation, but probably gonna break this consolidation to the low. Maybe we can try to frame some short around here. The one thing that I would do is just uh, to look here. I'll put the M and the Q, so I have the levels for the opening. Because maybe if we trade, yeah, we trade into 1, so you probably push into 4 here. Let's see. We failed to close above. Yeah, but this looks bullish for me until this 4 deviation, because we failed 2.5, we retraced between 0 and 1 here, and now we're gonna push in higher. It makes sense. If we close above this 2.5 here, we can trade higher. Yeah, we need to close above the 2.5. We didn't yet. Look here. We could think that we've this delivery was done because we reached 50%, and here we need to close above 2.5. Uh, we most like to see the way the price playing. We push into here because we retrace it to some levels, or no. I mean, we never close it. Maybe we can push in lower. Let me see. And now we're not close above 50% of the consolidation. That's a bearish signature. Uh, and then we have macro in 5 minutes. Yeah, this news of the 10 a.m. maybe uh, just like make things faster. But what price has to do is what I said, because for me, news is just is smoke screens. Highs and lows of day and session is already set. So the news just accelerated this move. So if we need to retrace, let's say at 4 and 4.5, and we have a news that push the price up, price will reach touch here and then reverse. And if we need to trade lower before going higher, you should send the pricing lower and then send price moves higher later. So just to make things happen faster. But for me, the news makes some no. Everything that news does is always it was like meant to be, it was set to be, because the high and lows of session is already set before this session start. Uh, for me, uh, it's how like play inside the deviations, Marco. When we reach 2.33 and 2.5, the first retrace of price is between 0 and 1, and after we confirm this closing above the 2.5, we push into one of these two levels. But here on the micros, looks like I mean, looking to this level, this delivery was done. But since on the I always traded the minis. So now, yeah, we're gonna if we're gonna close above, yeah, we just closed above 2.5. So we're gonna trade until here, 610, some probably 50% of this range here. Look, there you go. And also, that makes sense if you trade around here because the 44.5 deviation of the regular trading hour. So, like I said, we retrace to 0 and 1, and then we push in higher. And also here makes sense now because that's the deviation that running the price. We touch 2.5, we retrace into 0 and 1. Look, we touch the blue line, and now we're gonna trade the listen to here, 4 and 4.5. This one. That's 19,733. That's the next push of the price. And then after the news, the first retrace we have, I'll try to enter long. That's the trade I'll try to frame. Week to week. Yes, it's week to week, Joe. Oh, sorry, my bad. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, guys. It was my bad that I measured the opening range wrong. That was my no. Yeah, that was my bad. Thanks, Joe, for letting me know. Yeah. So now everything makes sense. There's nothing wrong. I was missing this. So Yeah, now make really sense because we have this the same range. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate you. Yeah. So sorry, guys. My bad. I mean, we are looking seeing different levels because I measured wrong. When I was measuring, I was holding the command button that uses the magnet, and it plots to the body high, not the wick. So yeah, now makes sense. And I expect some kind of a retrace around here first. Some retrace here, but for me, we are watching prices. And yeah, this makes sense too. 730, 740 at least here. So now that we get to the 2.5 level again, one thing that's very important, we must close above 2.5 of this measure because we didn't close earlier. And right now we got this small rejection because this rejection is lying to this level here. And look to the dealing range. We trade uh, high to the low, and now we back to the high. So we took this high again. So that could be a reversal point to the price. Now this delivery could be done because it's 50% of 3.5 and 4. We could or trade a little bit up here, or we could be done. I think we're going to trade a little bit higher, something around here, and then some kind of a retrace, and then pushing higher. Yeah, some kind of a retrace now. So let's see. If we keep it coming high, going higher, well, most likely the 10 a.m. news or after the 10 a.m. send, we'll send prices lower, and then we're pushing higher again. And we can, like, for example, we have the opening range measures, but we can see now the last swing low. So that's the rejection block. And so this is the safe measure where price will go. And perfect, we touch 4. But the correct measure, we have to do this to the next opposite candle higher, push this a little bit to the right. So based on this measure, price can get around here, 60. But for the opening range standard deviation for this rejection block, that's the safe measure, the delivery could be done. We reach 4 deviation here and 50% of the 3.5 and 4 of the opening. So now is we're gonna see some lower price, and then what we can see some. We have this fractal consolidation here. So this is our current range updated. That's our retrace levels, and we can see that's the candle that makes the high. It's a doji candle. Yeah, we can maybe expect some retracement here or here. Look, and here makes sense if we retrace because 2.5 is 0.705 of this range, or here because it's the closing range high. If we can get back inside the range, can be a reversal to keep pushing up. And also it will be the 0 and 1 of this long measure. If you talk about this range here, 0 and 1, something around 44.5. Yeah. Yeah, I like just to measure from the 1 minute time frame because I can get like the very next price leg with precision. And sometimes we need to use one more measure to get the full range. But if you try to find the measure from 3, 5, or maybe 15 minutes, you get a longer range that takes long. But sometimes the way the price behaves is a little bit different. But many times the 5 minutes will give you like two deviations of the 1 minute. 1 and 1.5 zone for me is a silver bullet zone. So for me, uh, it's a very important zone. Price many times refer to this level before going higher, uh, and we have this consolidation here. So for me, it's a good level if we keep it closing above the 50% like this. If you close above the 50%, that's the 50% line. Look, bodies close above the 50% of this consolidation. This is very important if you keep going higher, because this is a consolidation, is a bullish one. 50%, wicks trade below, bodies closing above. And think about the deviation. We never close below 2.5. No bodies close below. So that can be a reversal from here. We have news in 3 minutes, or maybe the news can spike low and then trading higher. But that's for me. We are bullish today. I was bullish since yesterday night. I took a trade on Asia around 10 p.m. on the Asia low. Sorry, 9:30 a.m. I guess so. And because for me, this makes sense. We couldn't touch the quarter low. We touched the lower quarter of a range. This is a reversal point to me. When you touch the upper quarter of a range or lower quarter, is a reversal. And that was I took the long. It was a look around 90 something, yeah, around here, 90.15. I took the long here, but I closed around here. I didn't hold much. Yeah, so news the next 2 minutes, but this looks very good to me. Look, price can close below 50% of the factor consolidation and 2.5 of this STD measuring the down the lower price. Uh, this is very bullish signature, but of course we have news. We can spike low, and then we see what's going on. We don't need to be rushed. But we have like the bias for the session. And look, we can close below, we're pushing higher. And the retracer levels, look, we touch the 0786, but we never close below 705. That's very important. And now 50% is look kind of a resistance here. We need to close above the 50% to keep pushing higher. 50% of this dealing range. Because now you are in discount, you get back to premium, but need to close above. If you keep your rejection, we can maybe play this area a little bit more. And one thing based just on the RTH division, we touch 3. So when we touch 3, we can retrace between many times between 0 and 1 is something around of this area and then pushing to 4. So this area on the regular trading hours deviation. There you go. You touch 4, and maybe now we're gonna. Yeah, we're gonna higher. Let me see. Here you go. I enter long. I'll put my stop loss below this here, and then we go and frame it this highs above. So I take first on off here. Next one will be here. Take one off. So good. So 3.5 of this standard deviation levels. And my last one will be on 4. So here you go. Second TP, great. Top to break even. Now this last two. And there you go. So look what I said. The news just accelerate the time. 4.5 deviation of this measure, news spike to this level and going up. Not doing crazy moves. We expecting here or here. Price touch here and now pushing higher until here. 30p done. And the last one will be in a couple minutes. And then it's our delivery. This first delivery, so I can expect some retrace because in my final TP to the day will be 19.7 something. So, and then we touched, didn't close to the 50%, so one retrace more, and then let me see, I didn't have this range, I should measure before. To take one more on this range. Too many lines. Sorry, it's from here to here, here to here. Some retrace levels, let me see. If I get stopped out here because price can retrace, I'll enter again. So yeah, I'll enter again here. One more. Yeah. And then my stop loss below 80, 86. Because now we're gonna push into the last price. And look, I want to see price into here if we keep pushing higher, not below the 886. Yeah. Or not closing below. Yeah. So enter again, 3. And my stop below the 50%. Now we're gonna close below, so no, I'll wait for now. Yeah, we closed below the 886, so I was looking, no, sorry, I made a mistake. The range is from here to here. So we cannot close below this 886. So now makes sense, 0705. So my bad, yeah. But let's wait to 1003 or 1005. Because now we close inside this range. You can test the opening range again, because the 10 a.m. many times test the opening and push it back. And the opening low, it's here. So 0705, yeah, opening low is here on 886, opening range low. So if we couldn't close below the low, we pushing higher again. I'll enter long now and I put stop below the low. So it will be the last try. Yeah. So no, not bad. We're going lower now. And then how far we can go lower, we need to see this. And now maybe here. And that's the retrace of this level. 705 is 76 of the 3 and 4 p.m. level. Yeah, I want to see price come to 3.5 and 4 here, 4 and 4.5 here. If you go up again, yeah, Fernando. See, yes, the C of de facto consolidation is a very strong price. Yeah, very strong level. Now that we touch 2.33, maybe we can like retrace into 1 and 1.5 and have a another pushing lower. Yeah, retrace between 0 and 1. Sorry, 0 and 1, and then pushing lower. But we never close below the 2, so. Now maybe we consolidate. Why? Because this 10 a.m. candle, we take the high and the low. Look here, the high and the low. So maybe we consolidate a little bit here. And look, now we can close above the closing range. Look, bodies inside, wicks out, bodies inside. So maybe going lower. And if you start closing out like this, and the range of this low, this high and low is um, and then I'll enter short. Price coming here, I'll enter short here. But look into this, look, we're gonna rejection on the upper quarter. So there's a strong rejection to get back to this range. And previously we rejection the 50%. So now we are in the lower quarter and we're going to decide if we trade back here or we're going here. Yeah, 50% of the dealing range of an hour. Here, 50%. It's holding up. So we trade in dealing range low, get back to the almost upper quarter. So we get back to the 50% and price can close below. And also the 30 minutes dealing range is that they are aligned here. Or the 30 minutes dealing range is the same. It's holding here. But this price action, I want to see prices lower. Yeah. Now start going because we didn't get to the upper quarter. That was a good long short entry here. Yeah. We touch zero, so we're going low. Until 4 at least. Because now the 50% will work as a resistance. If price can close above here, we keep coming low. We need a retracement here to enter the short. Let me see. Yes. Yeah, here's the short. Or here. Yeah, we're probably gonna consolidate here until 1020, 1022. and we are playing uh, on the day opening gap. So this is a Y price kind of consolidating here. Or one thing that we can think about is this. Yeah, we're going to know. So I'll enter long here. Put my stop loss a little bit below. We're about to get the 10-20, so we're gonna move in higher. Yeah, here you go. That was what I'm thinking about. So from here to here, that's my first deviation. I'll take one off here on this one. Second will be here. My third will be here. And my runner will be here. Because I didn't make this before, but low and high, like this deviation, we close above 1, test 1.5, retrace between 0 and 1 here, and now we're going to go in higher to at least 2 and 2.33. That's the trade. I will adjust this one to here. Is the CR high? And now time 10:21. So here in the next minute, I want to see price start moving to one side. Yeah, maybe gonna retrace here. Yeah, we never close above it here. I didn't see that. I just saw no. This is not good because we tried twice the 2.5 deviation and we fail. So this is not good. So we go and trade lower. And here makes sense now. Yeah, look, 1.5 here. So maybe this is the, we close below 1, 50% of the range. Yes, the 10 a.m. I mean, this first minutes, because the 10 a.m. it take high and low, and then if you think about, I was thinking short here, I miss, but when I saw this measure, would make sense take it high. But since we never closed it above the 2.5, uh, that's the that's the price in play. We gonna we touch 2.33, retracing to zero here between 1 and 0, and that's the short. Now we're gonna trade until here. So if we close above minus 2.5 on summer retrace, I try to frame a short until here. That was the trade I was thinking here. and I changed my mind on this, but I think we can push in a lower. Or if you can close it below here, is two times rejection, is the same logic of this here. When you try to touch a level two times, like here, and here, and you can close above, is a rejection, and that what can happen here right now. If we can close below this 2.5, can be a retrace, because now we are testing the 3 and 4 p.m. levels. The first time we send pricing higher on 0.705, and then we trade back again. But we need to see how price will play between here, here, and here. You see, for now we can close below the 705. So two times a 2.33 rejection. But let's see what happened after the 10:30, because we most likely see we trade into these zones, one of these levels, and touch the 3 or 4 p.m. low, trade a little bit below this level, and trade back to the range, because 8 a.m. is here, uh, midnight hit is here, and where's the 9:30 open? Oh, no. And here, so here was premium. If you think about the ranges, 3 and 4 p.m. range, 8:30, midnight, and 9:30. When we were above this highs, deep premium, and now if we are below these three levels, when we get below the 3 and 4 p.m. low, this is deep discount. So this is a good zone to enter long, and above here was a good zone to find a short. And that was most likely to happen right now. Yeah, we're going to 3.5 and 4. And then can be a good long, because if we do this, maybe we can go to uh, and also we think about the daily range from here to here, 3.5 and 4 is 19, 20, 200. 19, 200 is around here. Look, one zone. This makes sense if you keep pushing lower, retracing to these levels. 2.5. Like I said, 10:30 maybe shows something. Uh, that makes sense to me. This one, you know, like, this makes sense to me. This rejection here. So let's see, because we have a SMT with yes touched the 3 and 4 p.m. low, and we couldn't close we couldn't trade below the 0786 and this 1030. So I was 50% of another range that I was looking. And it was we went to the range low. Gonna test one more time. Yeah, was the short here was a good one. I was thinking initially here, and here I missed. But we need to close it below here. Then and today price maybe will be slow because tomorrow we have CPI. Tomorrow we have like the big move for the week. So today can be a little bit slow like this. Yeah, look, we couldn't close below the 0786 of the 3 and 4 p.m. level. But I want to see price close, test the low first. Yeah, now makes sense. Yeah, always good point, Marco. We always many days we need to feel the deviations up and the deviations down. So 4 and 4.5, something here. Yeah, 4 here. So I'm looking to some of these two levels because 4.5 of the opening range to the downside is 4 deviations of the regular trading hour gap. So I'm looking to the price around here, so we can maybe frame a long around here, and that will, if this happen around 10:50 macro, so 11 a.m. is a good time for a retrace, a reversal. So that's I'm looking for something around here to frame a long, because now we've finished this delivery 4.5 of this consolidation here, and of this one we are between 3 and 3.5, and for the opening we are on 50% of 3.4, 3.5 and 4. So that could be the finish the opening range delivery. And so far price can close below the 3 and 4 p.m. low, so this can be a reversal point. I was just waiting for a few minutes more to this confirmation, but that looks a good point to frame along, because this and this here. I was just looking if you can go a little bit lower, because in the daily range we touch the 0705, and sometimes you can touch here, but this is a good time, a good level to frame between here and here. So maybe I was looking for price a few points below, and that should happen in the 1050 macro, can maybe push a little bit lower and then reverse. So the next 7 minutes, that's just I'm waiting to frame a long the next macro. Yes, yes. Oh, look, since we start going higher here, yeah, maybe on this retrace you can maybe find. So for, you can use it like this and wait for some retrace. Because sometimes you can start moving 1042 to 1043 here, 1043. Perfect. And now we're looking for any retrace to enter long around here. I want, if we retrace around these levels, I can frame a long. If you think about the opening range, we didn't close above the -1, but think about just the rejection block. We close above here, so that's a confirmation to me. I can see what number is here, but for me, we can like start going from here, or because this is a good point for the low, we reached the 3.54 for the opening, so that could be along here. And I want to see on macro a retrace to these levels and then pushing higher. So this I'm just waiting. Because this makes sense to me. We're gonna trade the 44.5 deviation is on the open range. That makes sense. We trade it back to the opening after here, after we reach 4 deviations, 3.5 4 deviation of the opening deviations low to the downside. and now we touched the 2.5 in 33. We expect a retrace around 0 and 1 is our retracement levels here. So that's will be my long, and that should happen in the macro time after 10:50. And also another thing that I'd like to see, we touched the 50% of the lower zone as individual, so 50% up rejection, 50% low rejection. So that's a good point to me. And now wait for a retrace around some of these levels and frame the opening range. And this is an institutional order flow entry drill. If you guys can see here, look, for one, the first, second, or third candle touching this fair value gap. This is institutional order flow entry. Just a bullish signature. What I do, I will have a macro in 2 minutes, but something around here, maybe 0.705 zone. Yeah, that's the trade. So one off here. I'll take one off here, and I'll take one off here. And my runner, opening range high, closing range high here. That's the trade. So yeah, let's see. So our macro